Hi, I'm Michael Burke, and this is Money Talks. Hi, today's show is brought to you by Total Furniture, your friends in the furniture business, where you save 20 to 50% off name brands. Open 4 to save you more at 8400 75th Street in Kenosha, open Friday through Monday. My guest today is Chris Becker, the co-owner of Trademark Graphics, and you're at 1500 Summit Avenue, just very recently moved in, still actually in the process of moving in, aren't you? You said this company, which you bought about 13 years ago, is the oldest what?
Fleet graphics company for the police and sheriff's industry. In other words, we do all the marking when you see a police car. It'll say police or sheriff and some stripes down the side. That's what we do.
Oldest in the whole country, you're saying?
In the whole country, yeah.
Yeah. So how often what are some of the law enforcement agencies that you have worked for and do work for?
We do Milwaukee County, Kenosha, we do Waukegan, we do City of Pittsburgh, we do Nacogdoches, Texas, about 2,500 municipalities across the country.
You said you just recently did one car for Waterford. Was that town or?
Town of Waterford, yes. We took a 2015, black 2015 Tahoe. We wrap the doors white, and then we end up putting the rest of their decals on it. The reason we do that is it makes for a better resale value, because when they remove the vinyl on the doors, it's now an all-black vehicle and a better resale value.
Good. How often are law enforcement law enforcement agencies changing graphics? Is it just when they get a new car?
Generally, but it's about every 3 to 5 years. Depends on, it's an average. 3 to 5 is an average. But they don't replace the whole fleet. So some fleets may have 150 cars, and they'll do 30 or 40 every 3 years and keep up on it that way. Smaller fleets that only have 1 or 2 cars will just replace one, and they'll have a new one and old one. So there's never, a problem with maintenance or any breakdowns.
Now there are 2 other really well-established graphics companies in the Racine area, and so why don't you explain how you guys each do slightly different things, and those would be Duracolor and Burlington Graphic Systems.
Yeah, Duracolor isn't really into the fleet side of things. They're kind of a paper printer of graphics, and Burlington Graphics do sticky back like we do, but their niche is more campers and trailers. So if you see a camper going down the road and it's got big old stripes down the side and a camper name, that's kind of what they do, and our niche is more fleet, whether it's Union Pacific Railway, things like this. We mark...
hold that up. So you do a lot of work for Union Pacific, don't you?
We mark roughly about 1,100 vehicles a year for them.
Wow.
And it's mainly their street fleet, which is rubber tires, nothing that goes on a rail, unless it's got rail wheels that they work, and then they pull them up and they go off of the rail. But we mark that. We do, when they're on the truck and there's different things that need to be marked, like first aid kits or warning stickers, or seatbelts must be worn, certain things that go on dashboards or just different places, and we pretty much mark the whole vehicle. So they'll tell us what vehicle it is or what kit they need to mark that vehicle based on what they're building.
So you tend to work with a lot of the same company, in this case, and agencies year after year after year?
Pretty much, yeah. We do, it fluctuates because a lot of things go out for bid, and we're not always the lowest, and don't always want to be the lowest, but we're always...
I was wondering about that. Do you have to continually bid with the same agencies?
Almost all the time.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah. Even if we don't, our prices are still checked yearly throughout. So they may not bid it out, but the prices are checked. They do internal checks to make sure that we're still there, and that's how we keep the business, because we're still low. And it's part of delivery and how quick, and new things and last minute things that can come up, and a lot of that plays into it.
Are you going to try to get? You didn't really name a lot of Racine County agencies. Are you going to try to get more business here, or does that not?
We've done business for Mount Pleasant before, and sometimes when a new chief or a new sheriff comes in, you don't keep the business because they might have their own guy from a previous place they were at. So yeah, it just goes over. You know, we just missed Kenosha, the city, which we had done for years, and you know, another couple of years we'll probably get it back. So it kind of goes back and forth. But we may not do it this year, but it's a good chance we'll do it in another couple of years. It just depends on the flow and ebb.
So you're a fairly small company in employment. You have
Sure.
what about 4 guys for the
Yep.
company,
Yep.
or 4 including yourselves, right?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Are there? Do you foresee expansion? You've got 20,000 feet at least here to work with.
Yeah,
And,
right.
and by the way, in this cool old Horlick building that you said was a carriage house originally.
Yeah, originally carriage house delivery, horse and carriage, and then turned into truck fleet.
Okay.
Here, very odd that we bought it, but because we supply so much. But
So do you see expansion in the near future? Or
you
no?
know, we're pretty happy where we're at. Not that we won't expand, but we expand by adding new machinery, which helps us not have to add new people. And that machinery can do more work. We have to retrain everybody within, but it makes for a very tight group here. And occasionally we'll reach out and get some temps just for some of the larger jobs for conversion of, from this big sheets down to this.
Okay.
So, but for the most part, right now, no.
Okay.
Not saying that it wouldn't happen,
Yeah.
but we're pretty happy.
All right. Well, Chris Becker of Trademark Graphics, good luck in the future, and glad to have you right here in the heart of Racine.
Yeah, no problem.
And
Thanks
using
so
one
much.
of the old buildings. Thanks to Scott Anderson, our producer. I'm Michael Burke, and we'll see you next time.